Hi, everyone. I'm Susan Gall from FactCite. FactCite is a collection of databases from Lincoln Library Online. We have something for the youngest researchers, primary grades through adult. So I'm going to just give you a quick overview today, and I encourage you to ask questions in the chat if you have anything you'd like me to cover in more detail. Let's get started. With FactCite, you can subscribe to individual databases, or you can bundle groups of databases together and save. We also offer discounts if you're in a school district. If more than one school in a district subscribes, we offer district discounts as well. All of that information is available through WiLS, so just contact WiLS for pricing information and they'll have everything you need to get a subscription going. FactCite databases include, I'm going to start with the lowest reading level. So this first one, FactCite Lingo, includes English and Spanish in a really cool and engaging interface. So this is a great resource for English language learners, and it's also a great resource for Spanish learners because it presents academic vocabulary. Students who are learning a new language often learn conversational vocabulary, but academic vocabulary like terminology about the planets, as the InfoBase presenter was talking about, or about landforms, waterfall, canyon, things like that. Those words don't come up in everyday conversation. So this is a great place to help your students acquire academic vocabulary in a kind of a fun interface. FactCite Lingo exactly parallels our FactCite 123, which has 13 modules from science, social studies, and English language arts. And it's the foundation of a bundle that we call the K-8 bundle, which is for, guess what, kindergarten through 8th grade. And in FactCite 123, every entry features an icon at the end that's, and I'm going to show you this in a minute, that says step up to a reading challenge that links seamlessly to our database at the next reading level. FactCite has 4 biography databases. Some of you may have owned Biography for Beginners, Lincoln Library of Sports Champions, some of these titles in print when they were available in print. As you all know, libraries are no longer enthusiastically purchasing A to Z reference works anymore. So we've all transferred to the online database, which has been terrific because it allows for ongoing updating, adding new content regularly, and it's really been exciting for us. So we have 4 biography databases for your students to look at. We have a mythology database. This is, of all of our databases, this is the most heavily used. We don't have the most subscribers, but the schools and public libraries that subscribe to mythology know that they have an audience that likes to research mythology. This includes Greek and Roman mythology and mythologies of the world. There are 3 different reading levels for mythology, so this is a great one for you to come back and test drive. We have 3 history databases. American history, this is a general reference. It was first a print product sponsored by the Smithsonian, and we've updated it, converted it to a fully searchable database, and we've of course added significantly to the content there. We partnered with Omni Graphics. They have a 35-volume print series. Each one covers a different topic, like the Lewis and Clark expedition, Battle of Gettysburg, Japanese-American internment, different periods in American history where there was something significant that changed our society. And our newest addition to FactCite is Milestone Documents Online. Again, this is a partnership with another publisher, the Schlager Group. 1,700 primary source documents with scholarly commentary, context, teacher resources, and quizzes. We also have science and technology, countries and cultures, and general essential information, which is a general reference. Now I'm going to switch over and take you to FactCite Live so we can take a look at the FactCite databases themselves. You see here we've when you are a FactCite subscriber, your school or library will be greeted at the top of your FactCite homepage if that's the way you'd like to have your subscription set up. Let's see, I'm going to use biography for beginners to demonstrate to you some of the features of FactCite. We have a number of different ways for people to find content. The keyword search here at the top can be used, and if your subscription includes a bundle, more than one FactCite database, when you type a term here into the find box and you use the pull down menu and ask for the search to be undertaken across all the databases, it will bring up results from every database where that topic is covered. So Thomas Edison, for example, would be covered in a number of databases. I'll just show you how that works. I typed Edison here, search in all, and the search results show us that the first one is a Thomas Edison patent application from Milestone Documents. You get a little bit of an overview and the word count. The next one is Thomas Edison from our Shapers of Society database. Here we have biography for beginners, biographies, and then as you go on, you'll see other entries where Thomas Edison is mentioned. Now, if we go back to biography for beginners, that's the keyword search. We also have an alphabetical index, which is great to use for browsing if your student or researcher doesn't know who they'd like to do their report on or who they'd like to read more about. They can just browse using the alphabetical index. In addition, we have the special topic indexes, and these reflect frequently studied topics like explorers. Many schools include a unit on the world explorers, colonial America, our presidents and first ladies, Supreme Court justices, etc. Students also enjoy browsing this section. We include many of the popular children's authors. Every year, as soon as the Caldecott and Newbery Awards are announced, we get those people added to the database right away, within a week. All the profiles follow a similar format, and this is true with FactCite in general. We always have an abstract at the top that gives you information about why you care about the particular topic or person. And then the text follows with different features to keep the reader reading. Our screen designs are simple, and that's for a reason. We worked with a reading expert who encouraged us to keep our line lengths short, to feature a lot of white space, and to minimize distractions. So we don't have a lot of opportunities for the researcher to click away from what they're reading. Our design has been created to keep the reader on task and to keep them reading. You can see here, this is a 7-page article. The default view is page by page, but some students prefer to view the article all on one page and use scrolling. So for every FactCite database, this feature is available. Go up to the upper right corner, click on one page, and that converts the article to a single page featuring scrolling. When you get to the end of every FactCite article, we have a MLA9 citation. We're about to add other citation styles, AP and Chicago. We're also fully integrated with Noodle Tools. If your school has a Noodle Tools subscription, the student just needs to click here and the citation will be prepared for import into Noodle Tools. We have our reading level algorithm. This is our own unique FactCite reading level algorithm, and we feel it skews a little bit high. Most of these biography for beginners entries would be perfectly readable by a 4th grader. This one says reading level 5.2. You know, reading level takes into account sentence length, vocabulary, the number of phrases, etc. And so when you do it with an algorithm, it's hard to control the interest level as well. Every FactCite article has this feature, would you like to comment? When you click here, it takes you to an email box. This sends an email directly to our managing editor. The emails come to us anonymously. We have no way of identifying individual students or individual users, but we would know what FactCite subscription account was the comment came from. So if someone sends in a suggestion that we take action on, we would let the librarian contact know somebody suggested. A good example was at the time of the Biden administration, Biden inauguration, excuse me, we had many requests for a profile on Amanda Gorman, which we definitely thought was a great suggestion, and we took action on it right away. That was something that came to us, and we could then notify the librarian and say, Amanda Gordon is up and ready to be researched. So we encourage all of our subscribers to use that feature. We also have audio read-along in every FactCite entry. You just click here and it enables the audio read-along. And by clicking on these three little lines, you can customize the way the audio read-along works. The defaults include a certain reading speed, a certain highlighting style, and you're able to control that for your individual students or library patrons. We also have Add to Google Classroom, and FactCite is integrated with ClassLink, Canvas, Schoology, other major learning management systems that are being used in school districts today. Let's see. Other indexes. Here's an index by country of birth. If you were in Texas, this is an index of the notable people in the Texas social studies standards. And there are always special topic indexes in every database. I want to show you that Step Up to a Reading Challenge also that I mentioned a minute ago. So in our animals module, this is a very popular module. You see here the article, it's an 11-page article I mentioned before. We can convert that to 1 page. Page down. And when we get to the end of the article, and these articles all follow a standard format, subheadings help the student gather information. The text features are important for students to learn about because standardized tests and reading in the real world will require that they become familiar with that. So we try to teach them how to find information. When you get to the end of the article, oh, I forgot. I neglected to include science in my setup today for you. So I want to use this one instead, pardon me. When you get to the end of the article, and if I had remembered to do science, we would have seen this for the animals database. Step Up to a Reading Challenge. This takes you seamlessly to the biography for beginners, Women Who Made a Difference section, the biography on Oprah. So for every single module in FactCite 1, 2, 3, we have Step Up to a Reading Challenge. And all the modules link to various databases here in FactCite. At the bottom of the FactCite page, we have Getting Started videos. This includes videos on the audio read-along, different search options, the different display options, Noodle tools, send a comment, adding FactCite to Destiny, the Step Up to a Reading Challenge, and some information on our bundles and on FactCite lingo. We also have an extensive collection of lesson plans that teachers and others can draw on for support in using FactCite. I think I'm just almost out of time. Anybody have any questions? Or would anyone like me to feature something else in one of the FactCite databases? I will show you one other thing, the milestone documents. If your school has AP history or participates in National History Day, we did this key documents index, which features the documents that include all the scholarly analysis categories. Milestone documents includes American history, world history from ancient times to the present. So if you have AP US history, we can click on one of these. Here's A Minute Against Slavery addressed to a Germantown monthly meeting. We come here. Martha Palante from Youngstown State University is the contributor who did the scholarly analysis. And then all these categories of analysis are featured here. So if you have social studies primary source document research to support, this is a great place to come. FactCite offers trials. You're welcome to request a trial. Email me and we can get you set up with a trial. At this time of year, we're offering trials through the end of May, because we know this is a time of year when you're planning your budgets for next year. We welcome you to request an extended trial, and we look forward to introducing you and your students to FactCite. If there aren't any other questions, I think my time is just about up. And Jeff, thank you. Jeff and WiLS, thank you so much for making this opportunity available.
Thank you so much for joining us, Susan. I will remind everyone watching, if you have any questions about FactCite or really any of the resources we're showing today, please reach out. Feel free to reach out to us here at WiLS or reach out to Susan directly. Thanks again, Susan and FactCite, for presenting here at Taco Tuesday.
I just remembered that I forgot to share my Wisconsin testimonial. So if anybody would like to see those, don't hesitate to get in touch with me. I'll be happy to share them. I think I probably shouldn't take any more time, right, Jeff? But I'll be happy to share Wisconsin testimonials if anybody would like to see them. Thank you.